And then there are those other areas which were being collated, including in Sawam Edwajiri, Frankanodompre, which were being collated at the Tesano Police Training School. There has been some cessation there. I don't know what your reaction is, because when it comes to the CI, governing the work of the Electoral Commission, it is clear about what should happen when an election takes place and there's a contest.
Absolutely.
The person goes to the High Court.
I was just going to read that.
But barring CI 41, the Electoral Commission, in defense of its action to recollate, has said that the circumstances are different. They are not the same as in previous instances. Here, in some instances, people were literally under duress to declare, electoral officials or election officials, to declare results in certain places, and that some of those circumstances nullify the results, which justify recollation. Your take?
Who ascertains or who finally agrees that, who determines whether someone was under duress or not? Who determines that? The court. So if you give your side of the story that I was under duress, we don't just agree to that. We don't just come into terms with the fact that because you said you were under duress, it meant that you were under duress. The court determines whether someone was under duress or was under undue influence. And so it still rests at the doorsteps of the court. So the gentleman's side does not determine whether someone was under duress or not. I saw a write-up from Tema Central where the EC officer, finally fingered myself, the Honorable Dafia Makpo, Hannah Bisiu, and even the candidate, Ebi Bright, and said we had forced him to declare the results. Meanwhile, the one who even signed under that piece was not the one who declared the results. It was another EC officer, the returning officer there, who declared the results. Yet another person now writes and says they forced me. Forced who? Were you the one who declared the results? So the only institution that determines whether someone was under duress or was under undue influence is the court, because we also have laid claims that some of those returning officers were bribed. For example, the Tema Central returning officer, he's called Ufosuin, I stand to be corrected, I've forgotten the name. We are saying that he was bribed because on a number of...
Who was bribed? Was he an agent on your side?
No, he was the EC's returning officer.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I just wanted to get his name.
And you say he was bribed. You have evidence to that effect?
When we get to court, would
No, but do you? I'm only asking you. Do you have evidence?
That is why I am saying that.
Because you are saying it now. The person is not here to defend himself.
I am saying.
I have to be fair to him.
You are not listening to me. I said he claims he was under duress. We are also claiming he was bribed. So the right institution to determine that is the court.
Yes, but
as simple as that.
But in making the claim, I'm merely asking.
Absolutely.
So if you go to court,
yes,
you have the evidence to prove that he was bribed.
Yes, because there were a number of instances where he even left his desk at the same time with Titus Glover, and we lodged complaints to the police commander that look, you are collating results. All of a sudden, you leave the scene. Titus Glover leaves. You come back at the same time. At every point, you leave again. And these were reports made to the district commander. And that was why we said...
So that is the proof you have?
That's one of the proofs. That's why we said we could not agree to his declaration. And then the EC official came and declared the results in our favor. Then you say you're under duress. If you're under duress, go to court. Go and substantiate your claims. Because if we want to go by what the EC has said, and that is why I'm saying that you can't use a different cane for Kojo and use a different cane for Techi. Use same cane. The EC in 2020 told us that elections are won at the polling station. Once collation is done, once the declaration is done, if you don't agree, go to court. My brother, is that not what they told us? One of the very famous slogans of the MPP is go to court, go to court. Why are they running away from the court today? Mr. Afenyo Markin is crying all around, saying that people should recollate results. Mr. Afenyo Markin, you are a lawyer, go to court. They don't make Kwabenya, they are crying helter-skelter, they won't agree to collation. The declaration has been done. If you don't agree, go to court.
It's interesting how, with a change of power, the rhetoric has changed. First, it was the MPP telling you go to court.
Yes.
Now you are telling them go to court.
We've learned from them.
Hey, politics.
No, we've learned from them.
You've learned from them?
Yes, we've learned from them. I mean, now, because in 2020, when we didn't agree, they told us to go to court. In Obiso, we went to court. In Obiso. So we had learned. Now is their turn. They should go to court. They should walk the talk. Let us see them do it. When they advised us in 2020, we did it. Now they should do it. They should go to court. I mean, in 2020, anytime we had cases in this economy, and they wanted to speak. They say go to court. Even when there were clear irregularities in it, they say go to court. Now it is their turn. Please, they are the masters of going to court. They should go to court. So that we have peace in this country. Look, the Tesano Police Training Center, I understand the IGP even got furious and said we couldn't be. People are training people. Then you go and hide in a cubicle and say you are doing recollation. Where have you ever heard of recollation?
Wait, as far as I saw, there were open spaces where they were supposed to do the recollation. Who was hiding in a cubicle?
Which of my words, which of my phrases are you challenging?
Doing the recollation.
Which of my phrases are you challenging? The cubicle.
Because I said they hid. In fact, our reporter was there. There was an open space where everybody.
Because I said they hid in a cubicle.
Well, a cubicle suggests there's an enclosure and it's closed. So
they were recollating the park, but it was illegal. Recollating the park is illegal.
All right.
If they don't agree,
let's talk about this a bit about vigilance, right?
That's right.
Your men and women were pretty vigilant on the day, but some also feel some of the excesses we saw on the back of the electoral win was on the back of this purported vigilance. And you, for example, I've seen a number of your posts where you're saying, hey, 5,000 people should drop here. I'm going to this area. Or we hear there's something going on at the Tesano police training and we are heading there. Some feel that kind of rhetoric. While you may be eager to defend what is rightfully yours, may be whipping up sentiments and letting people spiral out of control. How do you react to that?
Can you show me a single post of mine where I said 5,000 people should...
I saw something like that. If it's not exactly 5,000, it's fine.
I said 5K men.
5,000 men.
I didn't say 5,000, please.
5K what?
We spoke a lot in terms that people could not
So 5K what?
So hold on, like we said, activate all body cameras. People started looking on our agents to see cameras all around them. No, we spoke in coded language. We said cock and hold. People were scared. People said, what is happening?
Is it a gun?
No, that's right. But we spoke, the military speaks in terms. So the two military...
But you're not a military officer.
No, I'm only using an example. Okay. But two people could sit here and speak on a go and say, over, copy it. What does copied mean? What are you copying? But that's a term. You get my point. So what
was the code there? 5K?
At the point, we said move 20 meters close, 50 meters, activate, stand by, stand guard. People did not understand. The digital people got confused. Especially when we said activate all body cameras. The digital people were like, hey. But these were terms. So when I said 5K men, jack up, we know what we are talking about. And
what were you talking about?
I can't expose my plan here because there are some of these terms we'll use in 2028 again.
No, listen.
I can't.
Malik.
We are not doing a plan search.
Malik,
we're not doing a strategy.
Help me here.
Yes.
You're not exposing a strategy. Yes. What I'm saying is, there is the basic understanding of words, right?
Yes.
And there is also coded language.
Absolutely.
What could be,
and
like you said,
coded language.
Right.
Yes.
You're trying to say that when you put up that post about 5K men, this and that,
the 5K men jack up.
It did not mean 5,000 people should descend on a...
No.
Just let me finish.
Yes.
It did not mean 5,000 men should descend on a specific location and do anything. That's what you're saying.
If you want me to activate it in your studio, I can do that right now. Let me activate 5K men, join news, and you see what will happen. But if you don't see 5,000 men here, it's coded language. I can do it. Let me write on my Facebook post. 5K
please
men.
Don't activate anything.
5K men advance to join news.
All right. So
they are all coded languages we use. Then we confused a lot of people. People were attacking me.
All right, but at least it's good to know that you didn't mean you wanted 5,000.
At a point, the vice chairman of the MPP even said his people should go and bring guns because I said 5K men. They said they should shoot Basintale. I said, hey, because I said 5K men. Then when I get to 20K men, you run away from this country. It didn't mean violence. We are in power. We are here to take over power, but we've won the election.
Right.
There's no need. We fight in this state. Ghana is a peaceful country.
Right.
I'm a very peaceful person. And I'm a young man. I want to grow and meet this country in safe hands. The only thing I did was to ensure that at this point where this country was in a crossroads, we needed a nation builder like John Dramani Mahama to take us out of the woods because we had to take two decisions. One, to crash the economy, and two, to reset the economy. Ghanaians chose to reset the economy. So all we've got to do is to get to work, to action, reset the economy and put the economy back on track.
Thank you. Thank you for those points.
The economy.
Resetting the economy, I'll get to that because, Nana Oheninto actually made mention of the fact that if the MPP had been